themselves and play spoiler here in Division C West. This is going to be a very important game. If the Ghost Clones win this, it's very likely that they will be able to get to the playoffs, despite the how the game goes between Guy's Gems and who is it? Clouded Mines, I believe. Is it Clouded Mines? I don't know. I can't believe I've forgotten already. So, but they're not guaranteed a spot. But seeing as they have a very good kill-to-death ratio, which is the tiebreaker for getting into the playoffs, they stand a very good chance if they win. If they lose or tie, things are a lot less. Things are a lot more murky for them. If they lose, they have to hope that Clouded Mines ties out. Is it? I gotta make sure that it's Clouded Mines here. Give me a second. Yeah, it is in fact Clouded Mines. So if they tie out, then there is still a chance that they could go as well. But they're really looking for the win here tonight. I'm glad you all could join me. And okay, make sure both these teams are ready again once I've introed here. And I think we're just about ready to get started here tonight. Yeah. Okay, I think both teams are ready to go. Here we are. We're going into Infernal Shrines. And Infernal Shrines is the map pick of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So we're going to see what they've got in store for us here. They seem... they had Cursed Hollow banned out on them. The Ghost Clones banned out Cursed Hollow. So Can't Stop, Won't Stop had to go with their backup plan, which was Infernal Shrines. And here we see Hanzo immediately banned out very quickly on their side. Maiev, of course, is not allowed. So we're going to have to see them play other heroes, I guess. So Ghost Clones definitely banning out a comfort map on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So they got lucky there with that ban. Can't Stop, Won't Stop's ban pick was Dragonshire. And the other Shimada brother is immediately banned. Genji banned out here on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Greymane immediately snap pick. Ghost Clones know what they are about tonight on Infernal Shrine. So picking with confidence here puts them back on the clock on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So they got to think about their next two picks here. Staying very meta still. And you could you could see a Lucio, you could see ETC being picked up here, but I'm not sure exactly what Can't Stop, Won't Stop plays or does not play. Being is so we're gonna see how this all plays out. So yeah, I mean, like, I really do expect the ETC / Lucio / Tyrael, all these picks seem like super, I don't know, common, so there's not a whole lot to think about. But they do go right for the Uther Johanna. Very interesting. Going right for maybe a healer. The Johanna probably is very good for wave clearance. Very good on clearing the shrines. Johanna kind of an interesting tank, though, to be picking up so early in this draft here. Uther being grabbed. I'm not sure if that's a cover pick or if they're just expecting a dive. Blinds onto Greymane. It's not nothing for sure. So Johanna being grabbed here. With Uther stun and Johanna Blessed Shield, you have a decent amount of CC, but I would like to see some more engage coming out on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop from the rest of their composition here. Ghost Clones thinking about their next picks here on Infernal Shrines. And immediately grabs Arthas Lucio. Lucio's still on the table. Pick him up. They decide not to go for the Kalman, instead go for the Arthas instead. So Arthas hoping to stay on the Johanna Uther, maybe spread some damage out a bit. And you gotta, if you're Can't Stop, Won't Stop, you're worrying, I think, about the Lunara. Johanna's blinds definitely can work for her. And I think maybe if you went, you put too much into the Lunara, Can't Stop, Won't Stop just simply goes Kasha. But we're going to see what they ban out here. The Lucio, of course, very good with the Arthas, so it allows Arthas to speed in. Arthas, his real weakness is lack of engagement. With the Lucio, you got Arthas able to just basically run it down. With the Lucio speed, you can just walk up to the enemy, slow them all down, and all of a sudden they're on top of them. So we're going to see the Tychus band coming out here. So I'm wondering, yeah, if they're just worried about Johanna sitting in front and being just burst down by a potential Tychus. Tychus would not be a bad pick here for Ghost Clones, although the Can't Stop Won't Stop does have the Johanna blind, so interesting ban out there from Tychus. Tychus, of course, very good on the map itself. You can see Odin for the Shrine control. You can see Odin pushing lanes. You can see Odin for anti-Shrine on lanes when the Punisher is taken. So Tychus very good, and sometimes Tychus control and get laser and start doing crazy body block stuff on the Shrine itself. So we're going to see the ban Kael'thas being hovered here for Ghost Clones. They wanna be able to like clump. They want to take away some wave control, wave clear away from Can't Stop Won't Stop. Seeing as they have a decent amount themselves, Arthas is decent at waves. Greyman's okay, but they want to take away the massive wave control, wave clear away from Can't Stop Won't Stop, because Johanna is very good at that herself. So we're going to see what they pick here for these next two picks. Yeah, and if you're running Arthas Greyman, they may want to get like some more dive and stuff on the side of Ghost Clones. If you've got people pushing in like that, Kael'thas can be some trouble. He can put bombs on all of your heroes, and just flame strikes in narrow chokes can be a real tough issue here. So we're going to see who they grab here. Both supports have been taken out. I can't imagine that Can't Stop Won't Stop is going to go double support here. So you know what? It's been awfully quiet, and I realized I didn't have the music on. So here's the intense drafting music from the video game itself. We're going to see Can't Stop Won't Stop has got 10 seconds left on the clock. Going down, they need to grab themselves probably another front line, which is Malthael, and they do it in the triple front line. So Kael'thas banned out. They say, hey, let's just go front line. Arthas is going to get right on top of us. That's fine, because we've got the Malthael, we've got the Johanna, and the Orc. We're just going to burst you down. So this probably was their plan the whole time, having this front line like this, which is really would explain the Tychus ban for sure. I thought maybe like they banned the Tychus out because they're worried about having too many warriors and having too much frontline, but this is 4 melee here coming out for Can't Stop Won't Stop. And Ghost Clones, Cassia, grab that Cassia now. It's gonna just that'll absolutely wreck face into the 4 melee here. There's a whole host of other heroes too that can punish this 4 melee grouping right here. So we're gonna see what they do for that on the side of Ghost Clones, see if they'll be able to deal with that kind of aggression. And I have to wonder if Can't Stop Won't Stop is going to go like a Kerrigan or something, just super troll, all melee, all in. And they go for the Gul'dan and they go for the Tyrael. So the Sanctification, everybody gets on top of them. Tyrael can put the Sanctification on. Gul'dan, poke. They're just going to sit there and, I guess, poke these people out to death. Arthas can sort of prevent most dives, and it's going to be doing really well up in everybody's face, slowing everybody's attack speed down. Malthael, Leoric, Johanna, Uther, they all thrive on that attack speed, so being inside of an Arthas is going to be good for Ghost Clones. So they're going to round out their composition with a little bit of poke. Really good on the Shrines, really good on the wave clear, matching the Johanna, Malthael, Leoric on the wave clear. They have a little bit less, but it shouldn't be a problem for them, and they've got a decent amount of Shrine control as well. So the final pick coming out for Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this has been a very interesting draft, very off meta for Can't Stop Won't Stop here, grabbing these 4 heroes right now. I want to see if they've got a final piece of the puzzle here in this last pick from Can't Stop Won't Stop. They're coming out of their final second here, and they're gonna go for the Vala. So man, this is like, it's sort of a swamp tactic from like Can't Stop Won't Stop. Like, you really want the kill. Like, you wish you hadn't failed out the Kael'thas now, I think. So we're to see the Vala come out here. We're going to see if she can get a lot done. When with this much front line, she's going to be able to, you know, do a lot of work. And they don't have much dive at all on the side of Ghost Clones. But a well-placed Horrify, though, is going to make all these melee heroes have a bad day if they're in the wrong place. And if Ghost Clones are able to follow up on it as well. So, coming out from the Ghost Clones, they've got decent camp pressure. They got decent wave clear. You can look for probably Arthas to take the top lane. Yeah, Jakebot is on the Arthas, so look Arthas to take the top lane. And they're going to go ahead and get a good amount of clear out here. Greyman probably grabbing some camps. And the team fight for them, once they get 10, that Horrify is really going to be a key. So in getting that Sanctification, getting that Horrify once Can't Stop, Won't Stop is upon them. So we are going to go check on the side of Heaven. We've got the Ghost Clones themselves with Cold Cake on the Greymane, D-Markon on the Gul'dan, Jakebot on the Arthas, Ginger on the Tyrael, Drow Hunter 95 on the Lucio. And on the side of Hell, we've got Can't Stop, Won't Stop with Foster on the Leoric. Delta is on the Vala, Eric Burr on the Johanna Engineered on the Malthael, and Zelgadis on that Uther. So we're going to see them all start out here, and we're going to let the battle begin here on Infernal Shrines. Posturing up here mid. We're going to go ahead and check these talents here. Greymane going Cocktail. Uther going, of course, Hammer the Lightbearing all out here. Fear the Reaper coming out. Ooh, a lot of damage coming in this Gul'dan, but Ginger takes a good amount themselves. Foster landing at Spooky Hand, taking a lot of health away from Ginger, as well as, it's Delita, not Delta, on the Vala, but Vala taking a ton of damage, getting really hurt right here. Arthas is going to go ahead and go, excuse me, start top. As the 5-man engineer is going to start up top as well with the Malthael. No real soak miss. Maybe I missed a couple of minions. No big deal. Foster comes down here on the Leoric to start the system. They're going to do a 1-3-1 here. Looking at the rest of the talents, Justice for All, Q-Build out from the Gul'dan. Foster taking a lot of damage there here. This Greymane. Greymane might be able to get the kill here. Leoric goes down. Cold Cake there with the murder there on the Greymane. Able to take away this Leoric. And I'm going to see if Leoric's going to be back real quick. I wonder how much soak Leo's going to miss. There's 1 minute, but this is no soak. And really, the mild XP from the hero death, really the only issue here from that Leoric does. So Leoric doesn't mind feeding there in that lane this early. And Ginger caught out here by an excellent bush gank there. Not enough follow-up here from the Vala to kill that Tyrael, but Tyrael is going to have to back here. Looking at the rest of the talents, we've got Accelerando, of course. Arthas does go for the root talent, despite being in the solo lane here. I'm surprised that Arthas didn't go Rhyme. Rhyme gets a lot of value here. Everybody is basically an auto attacker. Vala does go Q build, but still blocking those auto attacks. So Arthas valuing the root, which I'm kind of surprised about. There's not a whole lot of follow-up potential for the root there. I guess Gul'dan could definitely give a good corruption there. They're going to go ahead and grab this camp right away. A little bit early. The shrine doesn't pop for another 50 seconds. I'm going to look at the rest of these. Consume Vitality and Loss of Hope. So definitely Consume Vitality all in. The Leoric really, I think, is going to be key here on this composition. So Eric Burr grabbing on two. Uther's already got half of his Lightbringer stacks done. Eric Burr takes a bit of damage. Ginger steps up, backs off. They're going to be okay. Not a whole lot going. This camp pushing all the way to the wall. They're going to be able to... Jakespot's probably going to be able to clear it. But they do get this bottom camp. It is a top shrine. So this mid camp is going to... Not bottom. This camp is going to be pushing mid here. And could easily get a lot of value out here if they get right on the shrine. So the macro camp pressure here belonging to Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I see Eric Berg cleaning, getting a little bit more soak here before going top. Shrine is ready to go. Leoric is going to pop it. A big root onto Malthael. Their insurance can be just fine. Here comes the Q from Uther. Greymane here is going to start this bottom camp, realizing that maybe they are a bit behind on camps. They're going to start. So I'm going to let them get a head start on this shrine. Maybe rotate the full team up there and just attack while they're not weak, but while they're busy grabbing these skeletons. Big 4-man root from Arthas. The Howling Blast hits 4 and 6 stacks already there on Jakebot. Foster steps up, takes a good amount of damage, but he's just fine with that. He's going to have his Spooky Hand ready soon. Yeah, in fact, in 2 seconds left. They're going to take a huge amount of damage here coming out. But Ginger, there's Cold Cake going down, sees an opportunity, gets the kill, and there's the Condemn pulling off for it and see if they can get some back damage. There's the Root preventing from getting out, and it is a massacre out here, but not before everyone goes down. Not before they get a whole bunch of damage, but everybody on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop survives. Everybody on the side of Ghost Clone survives, and Can't Stop, Won't Stop is mostly dead. Uther able to back out there, or I think he may have died first and just came back now. So a big 5-man wipe coming out for Ghost Clones, and even though they lose the Punisher because of their late start, they get that kill and they get a half-level advantage despite losing the structure damage. And Leo's not done with these structures yet. Jake Bot's going to get a little Arthas Root down there. And the Punisher is going to go ahead and go down a decent amount of damage on this fort. Not too bad for the first Punisher here. So not a complete loss for Can't Stop, Won't Stop, except for the fact they have a full level lead. Ghost Clones have a full level lead on them. Foster's going to step up. They're going to try and get as many structures. They're 4-manning this thing. Malthael is going to just soak out here. And that brings Arthas all the way down. Zelda is getting really low. Jakebot looking for that big root. Nope. Decides that is too dangerous. Uther look mighty tasty, but he's going to do it anyway. Throws the root out, hits nobody, and they're going to go ahead and back off. And that pulls them back in for a little bit, but Johanna takes a lot of damage as a result, and all 4 members are going hard on this Leoric. Just barely makes it out. The Wraithwalk just narrowly avoids the Howling Blast and the Arthas. Delita taking a huge amount of corruption damage from the Gul'dan, and that is going to be it for that engage. They do get a tower over here in the middle lane. Meanwhile, Malthael's in big trouble here. Here comes the gank on Engine Nerd. Is he going to be able to make it out? Fear the Reaper comes out, but it is too late for sure for that Malthael. So they get the gank, they get the bottom camp as well, and they're going to try to invade here. 9-7. Ghost Clones is just starting to run away with this game here. They stop the camp, and they're going to go ahead and just back off and not really grab it. Greymane getting it here down by his old loathsome Cold Cake, grabbing those Khazra, and going to go ahead and start pushing in here. I have to imagine, I haven't checked the timing, but now might be about the time you want to grab the Night Camp. They're going to go ahead and push 3-man into this. These Khazra getting a lot of damage onto this tower here. Big cocktail goes on to delete a chunks are out. Eric Burr is going to do what he can. 2 versus 3. Uther finally comes down and make this an even trade. Lyric, meanwhile, against Jake Bot in the solo lane. Engineer is going to be solo against the Gul'dan there. And 3-for-3 push gets him a tower. Uther completes his Lightbringer quest. We're going to check in. There's 10s come out for Ghost Clones, and they're going to look probably to use them. Ginger comes in to try and separate the Johanna. They're looking for damage on her, looking for the boop, but the Unstoppable saves Gul'dan, saves Johanna, but the fear comes out as level 10. Horrify takes the Vala. She's too far up, and that's what I am talking about. With that Horrify, Vala gets in the wrong position, and she is a dead woman. So 10's coming out for Ghost Clones. They're going to go ahead and steal this camp for absolutely free. Ginger does not give a F out here in this bush as Gul'dan and Greymane take these camp down. Arthas and Tyrael still holding their ult. Arthas thinking about that Syndragosa. Tyrael thinking about that Judgment. Those are the fun talents for sure. And we're going to see if they do in fact go for them. It is 11-9. 10's finally coming out for Can't Stop, Won't Stop. They only have a level behind. The Shrine pops up. So this is a great place for them to get right back into this game. Greymane pegs Purse Bullet, and the 10s come out. Divine Shield, Tormented Souls. Val holding her ult does in fact will Rain of Vengeance, Entomb, and Blessed Shield. So we're going to see if they can get a lot done here. Entomb is going to be tough because they've all, with so many melee, it's going to cause a huge traffic jam in trying to follow up on it. There's the Entomb on really nobody. That's a weird whiff there. But Tyrael is taking a ton of damage. Tyrael goes down. The Sound Barrier come out too late, but meanwhile, Cold Cake in the back line, the Unstoppable given to Vala to avoid the Greymane damage. But on the front, Malthael too far in. Malthael does get a bunch of damage, but it's not a 1-for-1, except it's now a 2-for-1 as Foster step backs up, and this team is just too chunky for the Ghost Clones to handle. The Malthael, Leoric staying alive forever, getting a ton of damage. The Fear comes out to prevent the Cold Cake. Here's the peel. Peel, but here's the Condemned coming out from Johanna, and there's more going down from Ghost Coast. Can't stop, won't stop, pulls this out, and Foster staying alive forever. Vala on her last breath. This Uther is doing work on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And they're going to go ahead and get this Punisher and hopefully get right back into this game. Engineer throws out an E, and Jakebot is going to look here. And Jakebot does, in fact, go Army of the Dead. If that engagement probably enough to convince Arthas that he probably needs that ult. And Tyrael does, in fact, go Sanctification for the same reason as well. They're going to jump this Punisher over here. And I wonder how much... I don't know how much they're going to get out of this Punisher. They are going to get the front wall, but that was halfway dead already. This Punisher, meanwhile, halfway dead. So, Punisher punching and punching here for Tyrael. Oh, I need business here. I'm going to start here. Here's a big fight. The engine, oh man, Drow Hunter going in, and the Greymane. There's a Sanctification. Finally, the ults come out. So that is a massacre there down here. 4 versus 3 in this bottom camp. Sorry, I'm just doing some clerical work. I didn't catch the beginning of that fight with my voice. I caught it with the camera, though. Alright, we're going up here. Foster, though, in the meanwhile. Jakebot getting a lot of damage on this Leoric. The root comes out, but Leoric is unstoppable as Leoric backs out. So Jakebot's going to tap, and they're going to go in for this invade here. It's still 14-13, same... Hang on here. I have a scheduling issue here. I'm going to double check on the... I'm casting another game here. So they're going to go ahead and grab these camps here. Can't Stop, Won't Stop does, in fact, get their camp over here. Sorry. Seventh Ace is trolling me in chat, by the way, people. It's making me think I've got this time of the games incorrect, when in fact I have them correct. Anyways, I'm back, and I'm back at it. Ghost Clones taking this camp up here as they go and clear this bottom camp here. This shrine, it's not even about the pop, so this camp could be cleared out by Ghost Clones. But meanwhile, Jakebot getting a ton of damage onto Foster up here in this lane. Another root there, another stack for the Arthas, but he's already stacked. What am I talking about? But Can't Stop, Won't Stop going to be now finally pushing up. They're going to be looking for the gank on this Arthas. Jakebot better be careful. Here comes the stun from 2. There's the chain, and there's the Entomb to seal Jakebot's fate. There's the Malthael, goes in, and Arthas goes down. Jakebot getting a little too cocky. Foster baiting him in with that sweet, sweet low health pool there for Leoric. And Greymane, though, in the meanwhile, Cold Cake just taking this fort out. Not out, but, you know, doing a decent amount of damage. This minion wave's going to push her out of that fort. So they're going to go ahead and come up top. And 16 here grabbed just in time for the shrine from the Ghost Clones. Can't Stop, Won't Stop does get the first dibs on it, though. And they start getting the Punisher. And they're just waiting for Arthas to come back here so Ghost Clones can start this match. Here comes the Curse Bullet out. Not really a whole lot doing there. Foster's going to be able to heal that up, no problem. Ginger checking that bush for potential flanks. 23 skeletons here as Arthas finally makes the rotate up here. They're going to have to fight quickly, but they are getting very much poked out. Gul'dan doing a lot of work out here. Foster and Eric Burr at very low health, and they're in real trouble. Here comes a Holy Ground, an excellent choke there by Ginger. And there's the Fear. The Break It Down comes up to make sure that they can engage. The D-Shield comes up to save Eric Burr, but meanwhile, Malthael in the back there not getting anything done, and there goes Johanna, and there goes Leoric, there goes Uther, and finally Vala. It's a 5-man wipe for Ghost Clones as they stop the shrine with 1 skeleton left to go. And the OMGs come out as they cannot believe they didn't get this shrine at the very least. So Ghost Clone's going to be cleaning this up real quickly here as they get the Punisher. And they're going to be... Oh, Leoric almost gets back just in time to get it too. But Foster's going to go down. He's going to pay for trying to stick around and make that last skeleton his. So... oh man, the BM coming out from D Marcon here on the Foster. Foster realizes that they were simply being trying to get that Punisher. There's the jump though on Engineer, and things are falling apart for Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Malthael steps up to, I guess, try and save the fort, but just really not. It's really sort of a desperation move there. So we're gonna see here. Foster coming out for Leoric here. They're going to go ahead and grab this keep here as Johanna has to pop Iron Skin, but it's not going to be, it's going to be barely enough as they get amount of damage. But this Punisher's looking pretty rough for wear, so they're going to get this keep and they're going to go ahead and be able to back out. Johanna goes down, Uther goes down, and they are still pushing on this keep, so 3 dead here. Malthael in vain tries to pop Tormented Souls to try and get something done. The sound barrier immediately comes out, and Malthael into this Lucio is not turning out well for Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Here's the Fear to finally finish things out, and they're going to be able to core. And this is going to be the first game going over to the Ghost Clones. So step 1 on the way to playoffs done. And this, even just this map, may have gotten Ghost Clones into the playoffs depending on how things work out. So it definitely means that Clouded, I believe it's Clouded Minds, yeah. Clouded Minds has to be, I think a tie will not do it for them. So if they win, it's going to be, I forget what the math is like. So anyways, Ghost Clones going down here. I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the wonderful Div C West playoff list here. So yeah, so Ghost Clones, if they tie, their only hope is that Clouded Minds loses, and then they... Okay, so I'm sorry. So if they tie there, which they did, that means that Ghost Clones is going to be able to possibly tie against Clouded Minds, but it will come down to kill-death ratio there for Ghost Clones. So if they win here, though, they can still possibly get in. If so, this next map is really going to make all the difference. Now, if they had lost 2 maps here, if Ghost Clones had dropped 2, they would have been completely out of it. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next map, which is Tomb of the Spider Queen. I give a real quick check. There's some confusion about when the game starts. Yeah, no, yeah, no, everything's fine. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not missing the next game, which is Division B, for Amazing versus Divine Nine. Some serious playoff implications there for sure. And so this is going to be the map pick of the Ghost Clones. So we're gonna see how they do here. I gotta find everybody here. Whatever. Looking for the rest of the team. There they are. No, that's the wrong button. Inviting him to game. Okay. Okay, so we've got everybody in, and also the other thing is okay, we're gonna see, is this a sub here coming out from, wait, what's going on here? Okay, I've got some switching to do here. Okay. I just had to do a little bit of swapping here. I'm going to make sure that everything is kosher with this other player. I think Ghost Clones are bringing in a sub. Ugh. Okay, it looks like the captain did have to leave for work. Okay, I'm dealing with somebody. Sorry, I'm not sure if this player is in fact on the team. I'm gonna have to do a quick check here. Get a quick check here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm checking on the legality of a player here. I apologize here for the stream here. I'm just dealing with trying to figure this all out. Things are all higgledy-piggledy here. Up here in NGS. Okay. Oh, I can feel my viewer count going down and down. It's going to start really soon, I swear. All right, I think we're all good. Okay, we got... Okay. All right, we're going to go into Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Okay, and this is the map pick of the Ghost Clones, so Can't Stop, Won't Stop is going to pick and ban first. So... we're going to see what they ban out here. I can imagine it's going to be yet another just Hanzo Genji fest up here in the bans. Nobody wanting to give up those precious, precious Smada brothers. So they do, in fact, go for the Genji. And here we see the next ban from Ghost Clones. And if, yep, there's Hanzo immediately picked out, immediately banned. Snap ban here coming out from the Ghost Clones. And they're going to see what the first pick is here from Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And the Ghost Clones grabbing Tomb of the Spider Queen last game of the season. You know you're thinking Shogal. Somebody's out there thinking it. It's fun. It works on this map, and they are well known for using it. So we're going to see what the first pick out here is from Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I don't know if they know that about the Ghost Clones, but we're going to see if they do or not. I am very interested with the first picker. Arthas grabbed out here. So Arthas not a bad pick here. A little tough to pick early. You can grab a lot of people that work poorly into him. Cho'Gall probably doesn't work as well into the Arthas. Arthas wants to be up and in everybody's face, and that's also what Cho'Gall wants as well. So Arthas could get pretty poked out here. So we're going to see what Ghost Clones do. They're going to be saving the Cho'Gall for the final turn, for the, not final turn, for the big 3-4 turn. Or if they're not going to grab it at all, we're going to see. But look to see some kind of a Nubarak or a, Greymane or somebody that denies them a Cho'Gall counter here coming out from the Ghost Clones for sure. So we're going to see what they do here with 13 seconds left to go. And Ghost Clones make me wait, and they're going to grab the Greymane ETC. Cho'Gall's still possible, but a little less possible with the ETC pick, I believe. But we're going to see what they do here. They could just be threatening it here, and they could just say, hey, can't stop, won't stop. Maybe they don't even know what we do, so, we don't even want to bother going the Cho'Gall. Maybe, and they do have, if they win here, their chances for winning drastically go up. All right, we're going to see 15 seconds left from Can't Stop, Won't Stop. The ETC Greymane, very powerful here. I have to expect a Lucio. No, Sonya Kael'thas going on here. They want to wait to grab their healer last to see what Ghost Clones, in fact, is bringing to the table. Arthas, Sonya, Kael'thas. Arthas and Kael'thas, pretty good together. Definitely, I think, a better combo than they had last game with the Arthas. Not with the Arthas, but with, like, the Aluric and the Johanna. So Sonya able to soul in. Kael'thas, Arthas very good for the wave clear. They do ban out the Uther. Interesting ban. I wonder if they're going to be going for a dive. We're going to see a Nubarak here. We're going to see a Kel'Thuzad possibly. Any kind of burst damage coming out here. Or very interesting ban coming out from Ghost Clones. Definitely offers a hint to them. They ban out the Lucio. That's a good ban, I think, from Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Takes that Lucio away from them. Sound barrier going to be very good against like a Kael'thas and the Arthas and Sonya. So just powerful overall. I'm going to see Blaze picked up. Okay. I wonder if this is a Kerrigan right here. Hence the Uther ban. Blaze very good in this map, though. I really like this composition so far coming out from the Ghost Clones. We're going to see... That's a Malfurion right here. We're going to see the Malfurion being grabbed out. Going to be very good against the Arthas and Sonya. The Twilight Dream is going to wreck a lot of face. Got some people reported here. Blaze really acting as sort of the other Arthas in this composition, and that wave clear is just going to be fantastic for them. So far I do like the Malfurion. Malfurion probably going to be okay against the Kael'thas. Kael'thas can have a lot of burst, but Malfurion I think has just enough to get through it. ETC Blaze have such big health pools and such a high amount of self-sustain. Malf should be okay healing his team up for sure. Can't stop, won't stop. Last two, they grab the Tychus. I like that pick a lot against, especially into the Blaze and the ETC. And they go for the Stukov, an excellent heal choice from them. They're going to be able to Flailing Swipe to disengage, which I think they're going to want. Malfurion, Twilight Dreams. You use... and in fact, Malfurion, I'm telling the players for sure, the 20 talent for Malfurion called Astral Communion is banned due to there being a unfair bug in the game. If the Malfurion player does in fact grab Astral Communion, that is a forfeit for Ghost Clones. So don't fat finger it, folks. It's going to be a problem if you do. So we're going to have the... And there's the Kerrigan. I knew it was coming. And that's what, there's the Uther ban. So Malfurion being picked out, and they don't want to give away the Kerrigan too early. And I love this composition coming out from the Ghost Clones. So we're going to see Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Try to deal with this Kerrigan. Kael'thas, baby. Don't risk it. Don't risk the convection, please. I'm begging you. So we're going to go into the game here. And looking at the composition on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop, it's weird. They've got a lot of... Kael'thas is going to provide plenty of poke. Tychus and Sonya and Arthas are going to want to get into people's faces. Blaze is probably going to value a lot from the attack speed slow on his oil slicks, and really it's just going to be a battle of who can just gum up the works the most. Arthas is going to be able to root people down and get Kael'thas and Tychus a lot of damage. Tychus is going to be able to burn through ETC and Blaze's hit points for sure, but Kerrigan is very deadly, especially going on to the Stukov. If Stukov is out of place, Kael'thas is out of place. If they're in the wrong place and choke, Kerrigan is going to own face for sure. So we're going to see how things work out here for both of these teams. And going into this final game, oh, no, don't. You picked it. Oh, you picked a convection. Oh, buddy. All right, rip Kael'thas. So, going into this game, Ghost Clones have got to win to give themselves a better shot at the playoffs here. It's not guaranteed, but it's going to give them the best bet. So this game, there's a lot on the line. So, representing them, we've got Draw Hunter 95 in the Malfurion, Cold Cake on the Greymane, Nurse on that, Big Kerrigan, Jakebot on the Blaze, Ginger on the ETC. And looking to play spoiler, on the side of Can't Stop, Won't Stop, we've got the Delita on the Kael'thas, Zelgadiz on the Stukov, Engineered on this Tychus, Foster playing the Arthas, and Eric Burr on that Sonya. There's a Howling Blast coming out here from Arthas. Arthas is stacking. No! He is stacking Eternal Hunger. Oh, could this be the auto attack build from Arthas? It's the ultimate run it down build. Arthas just gets in your face and sits there and auto attacks, and if everything goes right, he doesn't die. Here's another route onto ETC, looking for another stack. Kael'thas Convection is at 0 there, so we're going to be on Kael'thas Convection stack watch. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, I should zoom out here. Jakebot doing pretty good against the Eric Burr here. Both, they don't even care. They've got their backs to each other. Big spear, though, coming out from Jakebot. So, meanwhile, Kerrigan up top, and they're clearing these waves, and things look pretty even for sure. This solo lane's going to be very interesting. Jakebot healing back up in that delicious, delicious fire. And we're going to look at the level 1s here. Sharpened Blade come out for Kerrigan. I have to imagine Kerrigan is going for the next Eternus comp. Nurse jumps in onto this Stukov, who's very low. Cold Cake comes in and finishes, and there goes Kael'thas as well. There's Convection back down to 0 stacks. Cold Cake down to 69 damage. Nice. Gets away from the Foster. And yeah, there's looks like Jakebot is going to go ahead and think about starting his bomb cabinet. It's going to come up here and try and clear as well. Throwing that oil slick down, getting that soak. Sonya's going Warpaint. Nurse comes down for a Kerrigan Blaze combo. Eric Burr is going to be okay. Ooh, the Kerrigan combo just misses. Eric Burr makes it out in time. We're going to see Neural Stimpack on the Blaze here. Oh, fight over turning. Looks like it's not going to happen. Stukov coming down. Give Eric Burr a friendly little heal there. And we're going to see press the advantage for Tychus. So really looking to this range. And can't stop, won't stop's composition is pretty interesting going into the Kerrigan. And a big slide here, looking to separate out the Kael'thas. He's getting body blocked, but the stun allows him to get back in. And Ginger taking too much tower shots. The Tychus rips ETC apart, and ETC is a little too far forward here. So we're going to see people healing up here. So 2 kills to 1 so far. Even an XP Arthas up here in the meanwhile against this Kerrigan. 7 stacks already. Almost to 10 on his Frostborn Hungers. Meanwhile, Blaze pushing in all alone onto this fort, and he says, hey, I'm going to get a camp. I'm going to get me a camp for free. And meanwhile, the Bruiser's out here. No team is really close to turn-ins just yet. So they're going to go ahead and grab this bound camp, and they're going to, Gramian's going to come down and make this camp go a little bit faster here for Blaze. Cold Cake on this Gramian. Looks like Gramian lost his W. Sonya just now coming down. Blaze stun. Make sure Sonya doesn't even get near the camp to get it. The 15 gems are going to be just fine. Meanwhile, though, Can't Stop Won't Stop has a slight gem advantage, and they've got a turn-in very soon as this camp is pushing. This camp is very healthy, and Ghost Clones are going to have to do a lot to deal with it. Blaze, meanwhile, down here dealing a lot of damage onto this Sonya. But Kael'thas comes down here to get a little bit more of his stacks. He is now at a full 1 stack of Convention. The stun onto the Sonya stops the spin. Eric Burr stepping out. Kael'thas is helping clear this giant camp up down here bottom while this night camp. Oh, meanwhile, Stukov caught way out here. The Kerrigan just brutal for anybody who's out of position, and Can't Stop Won't Stop's really going to have to watch themselves, especially if Stukov is just sitting there holding a lurking arm. In trouble there. So Kael'thas is going to come up and clear this wave. Meanwhile, Sonya thought she had a break, but she is getting a lot of damage here. And here comes Alfria, and Root is going to be able to stop her. Is it going to be enough for the kill? And it is. Blaze with a last jet of fire takes out that Sonya, and Ghost Clone's doing really well here. Engineered getting a lot of damage, but here's the Root onto Cold Kick. Cold Kick's going to be able to Q out and E out just fine. Splash there onto the Kael'thas. Kael'thas looking for some more stacks. Gets a full 3, but the first turn and going over to Ghost Clones in the meanwhile, as they're playing this map very well. They're up ahead a full level with the 4 kills to 1, and I believe they have a full 1,000 more minion advantage. So Ghost Clones just really owning this map, and this was their map pick, so you can definitely see them to expect them to play well here for sure. So big stun comes out, and there's a lot of damage going on to this ETC. Foster is stuck up in front here, trying to get as much as he can here. And I'm going to see if he didn't in fact go the he in fact did go the Rune Tap Icy Talons build. So Foster, you have seen pros go this build before, especially. There was a moment where Arthas took it on Towers of Doom. I forget what team it was, but he just sat there on the boss and didn't die because all he did was sit in the boss point and auto attack. So Kerrigan misses the combo. Eric Burr, nice dodge there trying to kill the spider. And Eric Burr does a really good job on the defense here, making sure the spider doesn't go too much farther. But in the meantime, as a 4-man defense, as they pushed up top as 4, Ghost Clones looking to get some more than a front wall. Big 3-man power site comes in. Foster is vulnerable. The Root peels for most of them, but not Foster himself. Meanwhile, though, Delita is really in trouble. They push onto this fort. They start taking tower damage. Cold Cake is taking all of the tower damage. They're going to be fine. Meanwhile, Ginger slides in, gets that final kill. Kerrigan smells blood in the water, and Delita goes down. Tychus goes down as Kerrigan gets some more kills, and Ghost Clones are just running away with this game. Eric Burr Root makes sure that she doesn't have the juke, although the body block would have been just enough, and they get 10. It's 10-8 as this Web Weaver's down, and that is a win for Ghost Clones, as they're just going to go right immediately onto boss here. So 4 alive. Sony can be 6 seconds before they have left, and this is... There we go. Finally, Greymane jumps in, because I say so far the boss clear is pretty slow. I don't think Can't Stop, Won't Stop wants anything to do with this boss being down 10, despite having 5 members up. Stukov, though, a big root. Malfurion tries to confirm the kill with a Twilight Dream, but no follow-up, and they're allowed to back out. And meanwhile, EDC looking for the kill. Jakebot goes down. A big defense there by Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Even down 10, down goes Kerrigan. As a really risky engagement, but now here's the mosh pit. Tychus doesn't have the interrupt, but Tychus is just going to turn the minigun on and kill Ginger. So it's a 2 for 2 there, but that's what Can't Stop, Won't Stop want. They're going to try and push this, but they're pushing too far. Greyman's going to come in and punish them for this. Foster looking real low. There's the face melt. Might have actually saved the Arthas. Cold Cake, it might have killed Cold Cake. Cold Cake taking a ton of damage, but no, Malfurion's there with just enough health. And wow, Foster went down to about 67 health. If face melt haven't booped that Arthas away, Greymane might have gotten the kill there. So they turn it around, and that's, I think, the engage. A little bit rough there on the back end, but that's the engage that Can't Stop, Won't Stop wants. A little sloppy coming out from Ghost Clones. They kind of got in the middle of the team and didn't realize what they wanted to do. So Can't Stop, Won't Stop now taking this camp. Eric Burr doing a fine job of it, but Ghost Clones, they really want this top 4. They're pushing him with 4 up here. MB2 down here. Tychus, meanwhile, is soaking, desperately trying to get them 10. So, I see people do want a tiebreaker, a playoff tiebreaker for the last spot, but unfortunately the rules say it comes down to kill death ratio, and that's just not going to happen because it's almost a near impossibility that 2 teams share the same kill to death ratio. So we're gonna go ahead and have Blaze look at this camp down here. They're gonna grab this night camp here. I don't think Ghost Clones have gotten a single turn in just yet. And they're meanwhile waiting up here. Only a 3-man in this bush is waiting, trying to get some poke damage onto this camp before it can really do a whole lot of damage. But they're pushing up that spell power. Spell armor is gonna be pretty good here coming out from this Mageman. And Blaze still bottom grabbing this siege camp. Finally 10s come out, and then we're gonna see Fling Swipe, the laser from Tychus to be the memes. We got the Phoenix coming out from Kel'Thas. And there's the leap coming from Eric Burr as the Syndra comes out. ETC gets melted down by this Tychus. The Syndra slowed everybody down. Blaze was not there for the team fight. And the leap forces the issue, and they're able to burn down the tank. And hey, don't focus the tank, but it worked there. I'm kidding, of course. You do want to focus the tank sometime for sure, and especially in cases like that. And they get a turn and off the back of that kill, and Can't Stop, Won't Stop getting back into this game. Very well done from them. And so far, the Kerrigan was a pretty brutal early game, but they're not quite finding the Kerrigan picks onto the Stukov and to the Kel'Thas. And speaking of Kel'Thas, we're going to do a Convection watch. A full 1 stack here for the Convection from Kel'Thas. So we're going to have the Web Weaver pushing in. They're going to opt to go, looks like 2-2-1. Here, oh, big power slide, and there's the Mosh. They're going to grab the Stukov, make sure that you can't get the peel from Engine Nerd. Delta comes in, which try and get some damage, but Tychus is going to go down as well. Excellent engage there. Mosh well worth it. Kerrigan had a fantastic follow-up, and they're going to get the kills they need to defend these spiders without them doing any serious damage. I don't think they're even going to get a wall here. Jakebot clearing up this spider pretty quickly. Eric Burlow trying to get some damage. A missed stun coming out from them. Kerrigan comes and cleans this camp out. So we're going to go ahead and clean that baby up. You know, Eric Burr steps back in as 3 rotate into Lita, looking to stay safe in that bush. They're going to finally clear that spider. Arthas is top getting soaked. They're trying to get back to that same talent tier so that they can do some fights, do some fighting out here. And Blaze is going to get greedy here and push in on there. He's going to back out. Tychus, in the meanwhile, comes down, gets his minigun action on, but only a little bit of damage comes on the Jakebot as Jakebot steps away, and the fort, in fact, goes down here for Ghost Clones. So first structure down for Ghost Clones. We're going to see if it's many more to come or not, or if Can't Stop, Won't Stop, we'll come back. All right, they're getting the turn. They have plenty of gems on the side of Ghost Clones. Blaze finally gets his in, but it's really Kerrigan with all the gems, but they're not stopping him. Foster, meanwhile, up there, just fine. Oh, there's the big power sign to Eric Burr. The Kerrigan combo comes out in the leap. And the swipe to save Kerrigan's life. 2 ults down for the price of 1 Sonya. So Arthas, in the meanwhile, just desperately trying to get 13 and kind of like playing his own little game up here. Foster in trouble here. Drow Hunter looking maybe for the root here. No, doesn't get the root out. Oh, but here comes the Kerrigan onto the Sonya. The combo is out. The full team is there. Oh, really rough. That Sonya thought she was safe on that rotate, but guess what? This area in the middle of this corridor is not safe from the blue team. So we're going to see 1 down going from the Ghost Clones as they get the kill and they get the spiders, and they're really looking to get a lot of damage here. This spider going to be pushed way back. It's going to be this fort's already dead though, so Kerrigan coming down to get that soak, get them up to 16, and the forts are going to get them up to 16 anyway. So Kerrigan just looking to get that soak, make sure they can get to 20 for sure. Tychus puts the laser down to try and save that fort. It doesn't happen, but the spider goes down. And they destroy the middle fort as well. And they're 4-man pushing onto this middle wall. Kerrigan, meanwhile, pushing bottom by herself. So far, it's a 4-man party here mid as Can't Stop, Won't Stop looks to defend at a huge amount of damage. The leap coming out to try and finish off the ATC, but it's not enough. The Tychus is out. The Syndra Ghost looks to finish off, but Sonya leapt in to get the kill and is instead turned on and focused by the rest of the team. Can't Stop, Won't Stop just couldn't get out of their gate to finish that kill. Sonya doesn't have enough damage to take out the Cowman. When you focus the tank, you got to make sure that you finish the job. Otherwise, he's doing his job. So, Engineered going to clear up this tighter spider, which is all the way to this keep here. It gets the mid wall with Kerrigan's help. So, excellent push there by Ghost Clones. And that's all the forts that Can't Stop, Won't Stop has left. And they're going to be looking at boss. They're going to go ahead and start away. Arthas starting it down here. Not sure what he wants to do. I'm not sure if they realize boss is up. But this is a 17-14 fight. They would be late to this. We're going to see if they do, in fact, risk it. Eric Burst shows. Just clears up the wave. And that's going to be a boss definitely going over to the side of the Ghost Clones. Jakebot steps up. Looks maybe for engaged. Root comes out on a Jake. Misses. Finally, the boss is capped. The bunker goes down to avoid any sort of serious engage. Kerrigan looking for the jump. The 3-man stun coming out from Kael'thas. Delita backs up. We're going to check. Kael'thas stacks at 8. Oh, there's a big jump and another jump onto Sonya. Cold Cake finishes him off. The swipe not enough to disengage her, but Kerrigan caught out. Tychus steps up. The swipe was enough to push people out of position so that Tychus could get a good target, and Kerrigan goes down. And that's the kind of kill that Ghost Clone needs. That's 50 seconds to 20 seconds. That's going to be a staggered death for Ghost Clone. So a little bit of a window here, but there's the slide in. Catches Foster out. Body block to death. Tries to go for the mosh pit. No, not mosh pit, actually. Interrupted, but Arthas goes down. The body blocks are too much. Engineer trying to make things happen again. Not going to happen this time as Tychus goes down. And there we have 2 for nothing on the back of that kill. Kerrigan back up in 20, but they are going to get this keep. And Ghost Clones surviving the death of that Kerrigan to come back and make some huge plays there. Catching the tank out in the wrong place. And they're going to grab this keep as well. They're going to grab it and just back out. Not looking to think they can get any more kills, and they're just going to only hope to go for 7. Sonya looks for a spear onto ETC, doesn't get it, and decides, hey, maybe I'm going to back off instead. So, looking for, and they've got another turn in. So they back out, they get another turn in. Hey, let's just take all of their structures. Blaze going down and getting some yummy oil slick damage onto these minions here. Kerrigan coming down and passively soaking this bottom, so deciding not to show very smart play here coming out from Nurse. And the blue Webblies are coming down for the Ghost Clones. They're going to go ahead and clear this massive wave up. They might, yeah, they're going to get to 20 before they're really threatening anything here. And this could be 20-15 game. This camp grabbed here, going to stall out the middle spider for sure, make them clear this camp. Because they do want to push onto middle keep here. And we see this 5-man. They still have a talent tier advantage, so they could very easily fight. Jakebot getting aggressive. Blaze coming out right here. There's the oil. Stukov trying to poke up. Stukov caught way out in front. Nothing really happening for them, though. So they're going to wait for the spiders on the side of Ghost Clones. Ghost Clones throwing out a cocktail. Getting a little bit of damage onto that keep. For now, this spider down to about 50% health. Oh, a big stun from the Kael'thas getting a damage, but there's a big stun on Engineer. There's the mosh pit. The tour bus snags one. Ginger's going to cancel it and just get the damage onto Foster instead. The swipe is not enough, and Arthas goes down. So a bit of a rough engage there for Ghost Clone. Oh, Tychus goes down as well. Greymane finds him just before getting into the core. Sonya's almost dead, and this is going to be a game going over to the Ghost Clones. Yeah. And the Twilight Dream finishes off. Twilight Dream didn't get a whole lot of value in this, but it didn't matter. Ghost Clones easily go up over. Can't stop, won't stop. And that is going to be a 2-0. I'm surprised. I did not update the stupid score. There it is. 2-0. Ghost Clones. Well done. And we're going to see if we can get the captain in. Captain's not here right now, so... I'm going to put my camera on. We're going to get the assistant captain in here for a short little interview. If we can. Hello, Cold Cake. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, you guys got your first win in a while. You played that really well. I got to say, I was really glad that you guys drafted that Kerrigan. You went to that turn and you had the Blaze, and I wanted to see the Kerrigan.
I was originally planning on going Kerrigan the first game.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't end up happening just because too many melee, and then plus Malthael was chosen.
Right.
But second game, it just worked out really well, and Nurse knew how to play Kerrigan, so I said, why not?
Okay, Ed, fantastic, for sure. When the first game, what were you guys thinking about looking into the eyes of 4 melee going into that last pick?
So that was really weird. We weren't expecting the Johanna Uther pick at all. We were originally going to go a dive comp, like full dive, completely. That changed when they chose Johanna Uther. We decided to we got the Lucia, so we were like, okay, let's just back off, wait until Uther runs out of mana, and then we'll just hard engage, and they'll be dead. Okay, so you just wanted to poke him to death.
Yep. Did either... You guys went for the Gul'dan. I love the Tyrael pick, but instead of the Gul'dan, were you thinking about a Lunar or a Cassia at all?
I was definitely thinking about the Lunara. I decided to go with Gul'dan just because he has more Shrine Clear. Yeah, and you guys definitely did well. And that 39 team we were freaking out about that because Leoric was spawning as well. So we were like, all right, let's go clear the wave. We got this. And then Ginger pointed out they have 39 and they also have Leoric.
Yeah.
We were like, get back on the shrine, go, go, go.
Oh, I know. He almost did it, but he fed to do it. So it was very close.
It was really close.
Yeah. So you guys definitely displayed a lot more control over that last map. So, but because we are getting close to the playoffs, this was your last game for the regular season, and DB Smiley did this, so I'm going to do a little retrospective here. Now, I'm going to ask the hard-hitting questions here. It's well known. It's well known in NGS that the team is going to be no more after the season. You've got multiple people on your team looking as a free agent already. Do you guys see this as like your swan song, and like you guys really need to like do as just really do an awesome job and like leave a blaze of glory out here? You guys feeling that, or are you guys feeling like you need to find that sort of inner team strength?
I can't really speak for my other team members, but me personally, I'm no longer like try-harding. We had like a little disagreement, I guess, in our team where part of our team wanted to play casually and then others wanted to play more competitively.
Okay.
So that actually made a big difference, though that might be like what makes up their mind for how they're trying in the end of the season. But if we make it into playoffs, I definitely want to go for the best that we can. Yeah, and you guys have a very, very good chance of it. I believe with that win, the only chance that
that you don't have is that you lose a tiebreaker to Guy's Gems, and the tiebreaker is KDA. And I believe somebody did research to show that you guys, in fact, do have a higher KDA. And this game definitely boosted your stats for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I actually made a spreadsheet to see like what the scores were at, just so because like the website was kind of taking a little long to update, and you know, I'm a very impatient person.
Yeah.
So I made that, and then you were one of the 2 people that offered to put stats into it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Recon from Team Disbanded that did the KDA ratio between us and Guys Gems.
Mm-hmm.
So fortunately, if it does come to that, I believe we will win it by a long shot.
Okay, fantastic. Now, looking forward to the playoffs, who are you guys worried about facing?
Definitely you guys on Disbanded, or Moto, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would just have to tell the listeners that I am in fact a member of Moto Miracle, so go
on. Definitely Moto.
Mm-hmm.
When we went into the match versus you guys, we honestly had no idea what to expect at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say Disbanded is the other strong contender.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we'll be up against one of you 2 in the playoffs if we do make it, which I hope we do.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some secret strats up our sleeve, so we're gonna pull those out.
I'm very excited to see that, and if we do play you guys, I'm very much looking forward to that rematch for sure. So that is it for your guys' season.
Thanks so much for casting us.
Oh, no problem. This is so exciting. The big playoff excitement here. What would you say is the most positive aspect of the season for you guys so far?
Oh wow. Honestly, learning to work together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Even making a team in the first place was absolutely amazing. It's the first time I've been like on an actual team,
mm-hmm.
and it's totally different than Hero League or like even Team League, I want to say.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's what I love about NGS. And if you guys love watching this as well, check out NexusGamingSeries.com. They're bringing this amateur action and bringing a lot of people in to play the real game of Heroes of the Storm, which is what we do here.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, do you have any shout-outs for Twitch?
Definitely shout-outs to my whole team. They played absolutely phenomenal this match. I couldn't ask for a better game. I was so nervous going into it. I was like, guys, don't take this like bad. Like, we got to take this seriously. Like, I want to get into playoffs. So definitely shout-outs to them.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, shout-outs to Michael, just because he's been helping us a lot with drafting and coaching us a little on when to rotate.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
it.
Excellent. Well, good games, and if good luck in the playoffs. And if I see you, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, for sure. You too.
All right. Thanks.
I hope to see you there.
All right. Great. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Ghost Clones dominating Can't Stop, Won't Stop here in NGS C West. Now, looking forward, a couple of announcements here. We're going to have on Thursday, and I'm not sure if this is on the schedule just yet. Yeah, it is not on the schedule, but Thursday, real quick, grab the time here for that game. It is going to be Guys Gems versus Clouded Minds Thursday, February 15th at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. And this is going to be what decides the playoff bracket for C West. If Guys Gems ties or wins this game, then they are going into the bracket. Then I believe they are going into the playoffs, and it will be Ghost Clones and Guys Gems. If Clouded Minds, however, dominates, they have to dominate to get in, to try and get into the playoffs. And so they will take third seed if they win. Guys Gems, I believe they will be tied with Ghost Clones, meaning that Guys Gems will lose the tiebreaker to Ghost Clones. So it will be Clouded Minds and Ghost Clones in the playoffs. So Clouded Minds looking not just for the third seed, but to get in the playoffs altogether. So it's going to be a big game then. And also, coming up next, it's Divine 9 versus Amazing in, I believe it's, is it B West? I believe it is. Yes, it is B West. Divine Nine is fighting for their tournament lives. They can guarantee themselves a spot with a win over Amazing. However, Amazing has not been dominated once this season, so it is going to be a big challenge for Divine Nine. Amazing has only dropped one map this whole season, so Divine Nine has a monumental task ahead of them. But if they can do it, if they can pull it off, they get into the playoffs. So we're going to see you soon in about 15 minutes. I'm going to bring the stream back up around then, and we're going to see some B West action at 8:30 Pacific tonight here on NGS. So if you guys, once again, if you guys enjoyed it, NexusGamingSeries.com. The new season is going to start back up in April, I believe, and so you got plenty of time to make yourself a team, get together, scrim, put together stuff, and get in on the action. It's going to be a lot of fun here for sure. So, that is it for this game. Once again, we've got the Ghost Clones going up 2-0 over Can't Stop, Won't Stop. If you enjoyed the cast, please follow me on Twitch at GhostDunk. It's also on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this cast. This was a great game to watch. And I will see you soon with Divine Nine versus Amazing. Good night.